Welcome back. Does anybody know what ET is short for? It's because he's got little legs. Uh, Hope you got that. If not, go watch some old TV. All right. Short and sweet one for this lesson. We're talking about how to specify sequences and terms. We're talking about series and sequences, new topic, by the way. And so a sequence is essentially a number pattern. Okay. For example, 2, 5, 8, 11. You can see here that there's a pattern. Goes up by threes. Now, just a couple of things. The main thing to note with this topic is the way that we talk about our terms, or the notation is we'll say our first term is t with a subscript 1. So you can see that down there. So in this particular case, your T1 is represented by 2, your T2 is represented by 5, your T3, T4, all the way. Now, that's first term, second term, third term. But we have usually, to help us sort out more difficult problems, we have this nth term. And that means that that's just if it's your fifth, then it's T5. If it's your 10th, then it's your if I said 5, then I think it would be T5. If it's 10, it'll be T10. And this just talks about it's what we call a generalized term. Okay. Now, the way that we normally talk about sequences is we just say where it starts and how it progresses. So in this particular case, we can see that this series, it starts at 2 and it goes up by 3 each time because we're just plussing 3 at each point. Each pattern is going to be slightly different, may start at a different number, may subtract, might double, triple, may divide. Yeah, you'll have different series and we'll see how they work. But yeah, that generalized Tn or the nth term, we normally use that to solve more difficult problems, for example, like this one. And the question will be like, find the first positive term in the series Tn equals to 3n take away 53. Now, just so you can see what I'm talking about, let's talk about the first 3 terms of the pattern. So T1 will be 3 times n, which is 1 in this case, minus 53. And 3 take away 53 is just going to equal to 50, I believe. 3 take away 53, negative 50. How about that? And then T2 will be 3 times 2, or 3n, take away 53. So that's 6 take away 53, which is minus 47. T3 equals to, you get the idea. And I believe this will be minus 44. Okay, you can see that we're going up. But here, if I want to find where it's a positive term, essentially what I want to say is if it's positive, that means Tn has to be greater than 0. Now, we also know that 3n minus 53 is the same as Tn. And so I just want to solve when it's greater than 53, or sorry, when it's greater than 0. That means it's positive, right? Because if it's less than 0, it'll be negative, but more than 0 means we're positive. So here we should just get 3n needs to be greater than 53. And then n in this case will be, let's see, what's 53 divided by 3? Someone help me out here, 17 and 2/3. And so what we need to do here is we need to be a little bit careful. This means that the 18th term is the first positive. And the reason why it's not the 17th and 2/3 is because if I'm talking about n represents the number of terms. So if this is the number of terms, it means that it has to be a whole number or an integer value. Okay, so in other words, at 17 and 2/3, we hit 0. And so the 18th term is the first positive term. And so to find what that first term is, I'm going to find t of, we said 18. And that's just going to be 3 times 18, take away 53. And this is going to be 54, take away 53, which equals to 1. That means our first positive term is our 18th term, and that term is 1. Hope that helps, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you guys later. Bye.